So I've seen a number of people do car vlogs. I thought, hey, I could do a car vlog. Well, most people do them while they're driving, and that seems a little unsafe. So I'm just going to sit here in the driveway and I could pretend I'm driving. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. First of all, North Carolina has decided that people whose license plates have the letters WTF on them might want to get those replaced. They just finally figured out what that means, I guess. And the funny thing about the story was that the example of a license plate that they had on their website or something had the letters WTF on it. So that was kind of funny. I like that story. You may have noticed that my hair's a little shorter. I went and got a haircut, and I like it. I don't think I've seen a video yet from anybody who's gotten a haircut who likes it. And I've left comments on just about everybody's videos when they don't like their haircut, saying, you know, you just need to get a relationship with a barber you can trust. My barber's name is Pete. He has Pete's Como Barbershop on Como Avenue in southeast Minneapolis. And I've been going to him for 20 years, since I was a little kid. And he always gives me a good haircut, so I'd give him a little shout out, you know. And the main topic that I wanted to talk about today was cemeteries. I like cemeteries. They're really cool. So, at the Midwest gathering, I met this guy. I didn't really talk to him very much. His name's John Martins, and his user information will be over in the side there. He's a really cool guy. I started talking to him after I subscribed to his videos, and he made a video of this cemetery in it's kind of down by Hastings, and it's called the Point Douglas Cemetery, and I thought it looked really cool, and I wanted to go there. And he said, well, I'll show you where it is. So I was like, okay. And we met up on Sunday, drove down there and saw the cemetery. And I didn't take any video, but I got a bunch of pictures, and so I'll put some pictures in. There's in that cemetery, the oldest stone is from 1855. And you can probably see it right now. It's a pretty small cemetery. John thinks that there are a couple of burials there that are unmarked, which is certainly possible. Another cemetery we went to that day, I didn't realize we were going on this, like, Washington County cemetery tour, but it was really cool. So, another cemetery we went to is called Mount Hope Cemetery in Afton. And there's not a lot of markers there, but according to the the Minnesota Genealogical Society, they have a website which has information about, like, every cemetery in the state by county. Maybe I'll put a link to that over there too if you're interested in that. But according to their website, there's up to 60 burials there that are unmarked currently. That's kind of fun. And there's some fairly old stones there. And some of them are just kind of lying around, and nobody really knows where they belong. John said that his dad found a couple of them in the woods, brought them back up to the main part of the cemetery, and they're just kind of leaning up against trees there. So that's an interesting place. And there's actually a new grave there that was put in 2004. Then I think my favorite one was the last one we went to. It was called the Boutwell Cemetery. And it's the family of the Reverend William Boutwell, who I couldn't find any information about him online, really. But apparently, John told me that he had something to do with the guy who discovered the source of the Mississippi River. He was somehow related. He said he might have been on the expedition. I don't know about that. It's possible, but anyway, that was a really cool cemetery, and you'll probably be seeing some pictures of that right now. And if you're seeing pictures of the white marble headstones, you probably can't read what it says on them, and if you saw the high-resolution pictures and looked and zoomed in on them, you couldn't see what they said either. The only way to really tell what they say is to sort of feel them and trace out the shapes of the letters with your fingers, because you can't really make them out visually very well anymore. They're from the 1860s. They're very old. Then the big stone on the far end of the cemetery, the big tall one that's granite, was placed there in 1929, presumably replacing Reverend Boutwell's original stone. He was a missionary among the Ojibwe, and it's interesting, the Bible verses that are cited on the top of the stone are Mark 16:15 and Isaiah 6:8. Mark 16:15 is where Jesus tells the disciples to go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. And Isaiah 6:8 is something like, "And God said, Whom shall I send, and who shall go for us? And I said, Here am I, send me." It's pretty appropriate for a missionary, I suppose. Though I can't say I'm a big fan of missionaries in general, but that's pretty interesting. I guess that's about all I have to say today, so I'll see you later. It's not nighttime, and I'm not actually Edward R. Murrow, so I'm not going to say his catchphrase anymore. And until I come up with my own, I'm just going to say goodbye.